Welcome back, guys, to the final video of our Asian cruise. In this episode, I'm going to try to encapsulate more life on board as well as those ports we visited. Do you know that in the entire 1 month adventure, where we visited Thailand and Cambodia as well, I only had one major disappointment. It was really serious for me personally, but I'll address that during my summation at the end of the video. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, remember to subscribe, share, comment, and like. This is the beautiful port of Nha Trang, Vietnam. There are the tenders going ashore. Nha Trang. As you can see, it is very mountainous here, and that's perfect because I'm assuming that looking straight ahead that will be the mountain range that I'll be flying from today. We are in the central market of Nha Trang. We're going to get something to eat in here, and I'm sure we're going to find something to buy.
Yes.
If you get a chance to pass by a pharmacy.
Okay, you want to buy pharmacy?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to buy now or later? Now?
Later.
Okay.
This is the white Buddha, big Buddha in Nha Trang, Vietnam. We were brought to this restaurant at our request by our driver, Hong. This is where local people eat. If tourists come here, they get the same price as the locals. We refuse to go to any tourist place to eat. We want to eat local. Fresh seafood. That's my wife's fish? Yeah. Wow. Looks good. Thank you. This is an unbelievable meal. Unbelievable meal. And mine is so tasty. How's yours, love? Returning to the ship now. Beautiful beach.
No, it's next to all the other stuff. Like, because I thought there wouldn't be much here. That's why.
Here we are leaving Nha Trang and heading south to Ho Chi Minh City. Arriving in Ho Chi Minh City, otherwise known as Saigon. People in the south still refer to the capital as Saigon.
He had to pay the fee right there and there. So we gave him some money. And he was so appreciative. He texted Roger. Oh yeah, look at it. That's the one here, right?
Yeah, that looks
Landmark 80.
That building is Landmark 81, second tallest building in Southeast Asia.
We picked up the speed, you notice?
Yeah. Bitexco building in the middle there, financial center.
Card. Because Sandy will go shopping.
We're entering the Saigon Tunnel. You can see how the bicycles are very orderly in their own lane. This is most impressive.
Another one, the same thing. I wonder if they belong to some organization. Yes.
My dear wife has taken off into the Bentang market, famous market in Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City. Wow.
This is also interesting.
This is a very interesting building. It looks like it's a government building ahead of us.
It is.
And we are coming to the famous Rex Hotel, where the reporters reported on the Vietnam War
Morph into.
during the latter stages.
They certainly know how to do that. And even when the space looks small,
I know.
they just kind of get in there.
Like, look at the space right now with the bus.
Oh, jeez.
So we're going to the famous rooftop in this hotel. And there's Ho Chi Minh himself. Now we're hungry. We're looking for food, and this area was recommended by our driver for good Vietnamese food. Choices, choices, choices. And if you see so many local people in a restaurant, you know it's good. We'll probably go here.
It's the same thing here.
This is the Independence Palace. I took a picture of myself by mistake.
Been a long
What Jane said to you about crossing the street.
Yeah.
Just keep on going, and they'll maneuver around.
Another part of our ship for nightlife. I'm still exploring the ship. So that was deck 16. I'm just going to go up another deck. See what's up here. Let's see. Okay. It's a beautiful lounge here. This might be some place to come during the evening. It's the stern of the vessel. As you can see, our wake. This is a nightclub at the stern of the Paradise Lounge one evening. Looks very comfortable. Well, hi guys. It's another relaxing day in paradise on the ocean. And I was just thinking about our visit to Ho Chi Minh City yesterday. It was quite revealing actually. I was really impressed with the infrastructure that I found there. And more than ever, reaffirmed the kindness and friendliness and gentleness of the people of Vietnam. So much so that there's a possibility that we may come back to Vietnam and do much more of it, spend more time here and try to cover from north to south, because it's just been quite impressive. And to think that I never wanted to visit this country, now I'm convinced that it would be really beneficial and enjoyable to do so. So we'll see what happens. One can't predict the future, but it's certainly an option for another adventure. This is the art gallery on deck 5. One knows one is really overdoing it when you run into a passenger who asks you the question, "How's your ice cream?" I mean, she spotted me having those Leaning Tower, delightful, extravagant, decadent ice creams. Okay, cheers, G.
Cheers, honey.
Nice.
My mojito is great.
Yeah, well, Gramani
You
is
see,
Gramani. It's
the
fine.
thing is to have the syrup on the side,
Yeah.
so I can put exactly how much I want.
how much you want. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
So, you having a great time, G?
Fantastic time. Really, really wonderful time. The seas have not been very rough. Only a bit of it by the Vietnam
Coast?
coast, right?
Yeah.
But apart from that, it's been great.
Yeah, it's been fine. But we've had a really good time, and I think it was a good choice to see some of Asia on a cruise,
Yes,
right? Although we
definitely.
did spend
2
time
weeks.
in Thailand and Cambodia, but
Yeah.
seeing the rest of it, I was saying this morning on a video I made, a short video I made, that I'm really impressed with Vietnam.
Yes.
I really am. I'd like to see more if we can.
Yeah.
But I
And
think you have other plans, right?
And I love Thailand.
Yeah, I know.
I do love Thailand.
Yes, so do I.
Particularly Chiang Mai.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
But what about planning Japan?
Well, if we had really given it any thought, because again, we're spending a month away, we could have added touring Japan on this, but it never occurred to us.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we can do what we've learned is through Princess has a cruise around Japan which
Yes.
stops
That's appealing.
every day, so that's appealing.
Yeah.
Although it doesn't necessarily have to be on Princess.
Yeah.
We can find a cruise that can do that.
Yeah.
You know, as you suggested, stop in Tokyo for a while and then take the cruise
Yeah.
around the country, right?
Yes, and you could tie it in with, because when you fly for such a long distance, it makes sense to tie this in with visiting some other neighboring countries we haven't visited before.
Yeah, well, perhaps South Korea.
Yes,
Yes.
that
And
is,
it's only 10 hours non-stop from Calgary by WestJet to Tokyo. So that in itself is appealing.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds good. Okay, well, cheers, G, again to a wonderful cruise.
Fantastic.
Yes. That was the ship's whistle blown because this is the last port of call for this run, as the ship is going to be repositioned in Japan next door as we leave Lam Chebang in Thailand for Koh Samui tomorrow. This is the gym from outside, deck 15, sorry. It's forward of the vessel. I'm going to go to the port side of the vessel to show you the commercial traffic that's located in this port, because this is a commercial port, not a tourism port. I'm back on the starboard side now. Diamond Princess has cast off and we are now going to exit the harbor. Port side one more time. There's the tugboat standing by. We have a pilot on board, of course, until we get to the outer reaches of the harbor. Then he or she will disembark. As we sail away, a movie is being played poolside. While some folks relax up here at the bar on this level. Today we've anchored off Koh Samui, the island in Thailand that is so famous for tourists, and we will be going ashore in a while to enjoy one of the popular beaches, have some Thai food of course, and then return to the ship for one more day at sea, and then our final port, Singapore, before flying back home. But it's been a fantastic holiday with Princess. One of the tenders taking passengers ashore, while one of the local boats comes to outside to pick up passengers. So it's a combination effort to try and get the people ashore. It takes about half an hour to get ashore. This is the beach. Jeanette's looking to rent a lounge chair. falling in love with you. Hi guys, as I promised, here are some of my observations and suggestions concerning this 14-day cruise in Asia. Also included will be the major disappointment that I referred to earlier, but I'll talk about that a little bit later. Our cabin was very spacious and had lots of storage to put your clothes away. Excellent. As we customarily do, we did our own thing on shore and never took up the shore excursions offered by the ship itself. We generally hired a car or a driver for the day, and he followed our instructions and took us where we wanted to go. So that was very good. Onshore, the people were very nice, very gentle, very kind. The taxi drivers, very informative and cooperative. Excellent. Traveling to several countries, that meant that we had to carry different currencies. And we strongly recommend that if you are considering doing a cruise in that area, do carry cash with you, because that is what is really used onshore. Throughout, the food onshore was very good. Very, very good. We never had any issues with food poisoning or upset stomachs or anything like that. So I would suggest that anybody going on an Asia tour do enjoy the food on shore. Most people traveling to that area expect and do enjoy visiting the Buddhist temples, which are throughout the area, very, very dominant. And some of them are very, very attractive. The artwork is excellent. The restaurants on board the vessel were for the most part very good, where service was excellent. I did feel that occasionally the cuisine itself could have been much better when compared to several of the other cruise lines we've been on. But overall, it was still acceptable. Some of the development that we witnessed on shore, especially in Singapore and Kuala Lumpur, were actually staggering, with an array of high-end malls, restaurants, and infrastructure. Excellent. The Wi-Fi on board the cruise line was very good, and we were able to communicate with family and friends internationally. So that was a great benefit. Our itinerary was quite appealing, visiting Thailand, Malaysia, and Vietnam. The sea conditions were really good, except for one period when we were off the Vietnamese coast heading to Nha Trang. Of course, it's very challenging for a cruise line to have a mix of entertainment that appeals to a wide cross-section of customers. So for the most part, the entertainment was quite good, although there were pockets that I felt were not up to standard. But generally speaking, the entertainment in the theater was quite good. I particularly enjoyed the jazz band on board, which played in one of the very comfortable lounges. I loved the music selection, playing many of the standards that, in fact, I used to play when I was in a band many, many years ago. So that was excellent. And now that major disappointment. As you know, most of you, I love to fly my drone. And those countries offered excellent opportunities to film from the air the wonderful scenery and great cities. But Princess Cruises prohibited a drone being brought on board. I pleaded with them, wrote to the head office, and said that I would package it and they would hold it in a secure area for me until I disembarked. But they refused. And I was really, really totally disappointed with them. I had no intention of flying the drone off the vessel, but I did want to use my drone prior to boarding the ship, because 2 weeks before that we had visited Thailand and Cambodia, as I said before, with excellent opportunities for aerial footage. So that was a great disappointment to me. Great. Overall, I certainly recommend cruise in Asia, although it is a very long haul to get there from Canada. So the jet lag does feature, particularly on the return, at least for us. On the return trip back to Canada, the jet lag took its toll. But other than that, the cruise itself was a wonderful experience. I highly recommend it. Just make sure that if you're going to do that, you do have the relevant vaccines that are appropriate to you and the countries you're visiting to prevent things like food poisoning, hepatitis, and so on. Thanks for coming along for the ride with us, guys. And just in case you're interested, I do have the paragliding video that you may or may not have seen, but it's here, as well as the part 1 of this video. So you could have a look at it at your leisure. Thanks again, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this.